Okay, so now we are going to work on our flowers page. And the main thing we'll be working on here actually is the pagination, so that I can demonstrate some things to you. Because we have already created, flower previews, since this will be just a listing of our flowers. So, first of all, we already have this page that was file that was generated by Symphony or here, and I have created a boilerplate for the flowers child page in our theme. And now let's just first output our flower preview for every flower, but of course we need to create a data source for that, so let's go and create a new data source. Let's make sure that flowers is selected as the source of our data. Let's call it flowers, not featured flowers this time, and we'll filter this by what's enabled or actually published. So at filter we want only published flowers. We'll leave sorting as is, enable pagination because we'll be working on the pagination now, and let's say that we want 6 entries per page for now. And now we want to include some elements. So we want to include a pagination. This will give us information about how many pages we have, what is the current page, and so on. Then let's include name, price, and tags, and gallery as well, because those are the fields that are needed to generate flower preview. Okay. And let's assign this to the flowers page, and let's create a data source. Actually, first of all, we'll just put a parameter in this field. So now we are going to use the field parameters that we have defined, the page parameters that we have defined in the previous video. So we have defined the page parameter, and it's already available here. So I'm just going to select it. And by the way, you can, in case this parameter is not present in the URL, you can also define a default value by typing colon. It's not very visible here, but you can type colon and then the default value that you want. So I'll just put 1 in here in case we don't have any parameter. We want to be on the first page. Okay, and let's create the data source. There we go. So if I refresh the page now, I should get my flowers data source with my flowers, only 6 of them, because that's what I have defined in the pagination. And as you can see, we also get this pagination node in our data source, and we can see that the current page is 1. So if I change this to the 3, for example, then we should get no entries because we only have 2 entries. As you can see, we have error, no records found, and we also the current page is set to 1 for some reason. Well, never mind, that's probably the way it works in case it doesn't find any entries. So let's just type 2 in here, and as you can see, the current page changes to 2. Okay. So let's make use of this in our application. First of all, let's just output all the flowers. So we'll select flowers, since we are within the data node already, and we will select entry, and our flower preview is matching the entries, so it will automatically apply this. Let's remove, refresh, and we should see the 6 of our flowers. Great. So next thing, let's do the pagination. So I'm just going to make this a new tag footer, like so. Let's do it like this, and I'll apply template to the pagination. So actually flowers/pagination. Since we are currently sitting within the data node, we need to go into flowers node and get the pagination node from the flowers. And let's just remove the mode, like so. And if I refresh the page, I should get my pagination here. So this is not created by Symphony, by the way. I have already prepared pagination partial in here, and we'll see how it works in just a moment. Let me just quickly fix a couple of things. Okay, so I've just set that we have one entry per page, so that we have more pages to work with and test our pagination. So I'll just refresh the page now, and you can see we get one entry, but we can move 2 more pages. So let's see what I've envisioned here for our pagination. As you can see, we have a previous button, which is currently disabled because we are on the first page. We have the current page, which is always disabled, and then if we are on the first page, we want to always show 3 items that we can select. And we also want our current page to move in the middle if possible. So let's see how it works. If I click the next, now our current page is 2 and we have a previous page. So if I say next, then again 3 moves to the center and 2 goes over there, and so on. So if we go to the page 9, I think that we have 9 entries. So you can see that now 9 is at the end because it's the last page, and we get the 2 active pages over here. So let's see how this works in XSL. And this is generally just a list. So let me just quickly show so that you get a better overview of what we are doing. As you can see, the first list item is the previous, and then we have 3 list items that are generating our pages, and then the next page item. And since we are sitting at the moment in the pagination node, this is what we have defined in the template. If we take a look at here, we have some properties to work with. So we have total entries, that's not what I use in this case. We have total pages, we have entries per page, and we have current page. So for previous page, I'm choosing if the current page -1 is greater than 1, then I will show it as a link. So this basically means if I'm on the first page, I actually don't have anywhere to move. So I can't go to the previous page because there's nothing there. So that's that. Then I just output, actually first of all I am creating a base URL. I have created a variable with the name base URL, where I have just used the root URL. And let's take a look at this here. So we have the root, the flower shop, and then I'm just putting the slash over here, and I'm putting the value of the name of the page, because we will be using this pagination both on the flowers and transactions page. So we need to be careful about that. We cannot actually hard code these values in our pagination. And then I'm just reusing base URL later on and attaching, as you can see, just slash and the number of the page that I want to be on. So the previous page is that just current page -1. Then I have -2 pages, and this is the edge case for example, when we are on the 9th page. I want to show this page only. This is actually this is what's being generated here. So I want to, if I'm on the last page, I want to show 2 previous links. But if I'm not on the last page, I just want to show 1 previous link and 1 following link. Unless I'm on the first page, then I want to show on the following 2 links and nothing before. So basically this is what I'm doing. I'm just testing, if the current page -2 is greater than 2 and the current page is equal to the total number of pages, then I will show this link. So I'm not using choose, but just general if case, because I'm hiding it otherwise. Same with -1 page. and then I'm getting to the current page, and now we have some funky business here. So as you can see, I didn't write like if current page plus 1 is less than or equal to total pages. I have written not if current page plus 1 is not greater than total pages, then do this. And this is simply because so let me just quickly double this. So I could have done something like this, you might think, but we can't actually use less than sign, because in this case we are currently within the XML file, and XML is actually thinking that this is a start of a tag, of a new tag, so that this is the whole tag, and then it cannot parse it. Now we could write something like and less than like this, and this would work, but it's ugly, so I'm just using some Boolean logic here to invert our case. And then we have, the rest of the story. You can inspect all of this code on the GitHub. So that's it for this video. In next video we will be working on filtering our entries by tag name.